Hey everyone, Taggart 93 here with a bit of a review of the map I played just yesterday. It was Andrew Yoder's Toybox, and this map, well actually series of maps, it's a few of them with a hub area, is really interesting. Andrew Yoder states in the renew file that it's meant to be a cheerful experience, so they recommend playing this one with the soundtrack from Jet Set Radio Future, and I did that. And yeah, I kind of see what they're going for. The very fast-paced electric beats, the funk, and the movement of Quake. I can see, where you're trying to go with that. And listening to the music from Jet Set Radio really was a bit of a nostalgia trip. I remember back when I worked at Toybox, we had an Xbox set up where we had this game, and the music would be just constantly playing on a loop again and again and again and again. And I never actually played the game, but very familiar with the music, and yeah, the music just took me right back to my high school days, which is interesting because Quake brings me back to my middle school days, so yeah, just nostalgia all around. But that being said, I think if I was to play this one again, I think I'd prefer the ambient Quake soundtrack. Now, I understand it wanted to be a cheerful experience, but there's something to the aesthetics of this. I'm not sure if it was intended by Andrew Yoder, I guess not, but the aesthetics has a very liminal dollhouse kind of quality to them that is very charming and bright, but also kind of strikes me as a little creepy too, just a little bit, especially in the tower section where we get like a purple haze. It just kind of, it just always felt me a little awkward. Also, there's a random ranger corpse too right at the beginning of the map as well, so there's little things that did kind of creep me out in a good way. Now, for how this plays, I was really worried about the platforming and the puzzle sections. I thought it would be very unforgiving, and I always struggle with first-person platforming, always have, but the platforming here is very well done, very forgiving, especially in the second map where falling does not mean death. Falling just means you just get right back up where you were. A lot of times I would purposely fall to escape a very nasty ambush or grenade or even a vor projectile, and it was very, very fun playing both of these maps as well. Now, that being said, there's one thing, and it might be on me, but one thing that just kind of I'm at a loss for when I was playing these. You see, in these maps you collect these runes, and if you collect all 4 runes, according to the reading file, you can have access to the Ring of Invisibility. You can also access altered jumping and movement physics as well, so you're more floaty, and that's all well and good. But when I got all 4 runes and I went down to the room that said, collect all 4 runes, then you'll be able to go on, the bars didn't raise at all. So I no-clipped through them, and even after getting the jumping physics and whatnot, I was still a little disappointed. I was hoping that there'd be more to the rune collection. I was just kind of hoping, maybe it's just, maybe I'm just being entitled and asking too much, but I was hoping that there'd be like an Easter egg or an ending screen or maybe a secret mini-map or something. I just didn't get too excited about altered jump physics, especially when the geography of the maps is so well done that I had very little problem accessing what I needed to. Even if I did, and again, it was totally on me, I would just rocket jump or grenade jump. And the armor placement as well with regenerating items is very generous. Both maps are very, very doable. On Nightmare mode, I died about 8 times in my playthrough on Saturday, and a lot of those deaths were just from me being stupid and attempting rocket jumping when I really didn't need to at all. And maps like this too, I'm always worried that I'm going to get lost and not sure where to go. But Andrew Yoder does a great job with little hints with the colors and the blocks of leading you on, and just perspective as well, and great use of psychology and enemy placement as well too, especially hit scanners in the tower level. So I highly, highly, highly recommend you download this and play it if you haven't already done so. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. Thank you all for watching. This is Taggart 93 signing out. You have a good one.